Hello and welcome to another video. I hope that you are all very well. Today I'll be talking about communicating with other road users. This includes drivers, riders, cyclists, and of course, pedestrians. However, firstly, I'd like to say a big thank you to all our current subscribers, because without you guys, this video today would not be possible. If you're watching this channel and you're not a subscriber, well, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button right now so that you do not miss out on our future videos. Let's get started, shall we? How would you let other road users know of what you intend to do, of your intentions? Most of us would answer that question by saying using the indicators. And if that's what you thought, then you would be 100% correct. The indicators are an effective way of signaling to other road users that you intend to change direction, either towards the left or towards the right. When we talk to each other, we simply don't communicate with words. We simply don't use words. We use facial expressions, for example, smiling. We use our hands, we use our body language. In the same way, drivers do not just communicate with the indicator. They communicate with several other ways. For example, they communicate with their brake lights, with the reverse lights, with their headlights, and even the position of their vehicle acts as a signal to other road users. So in this video, I'm going to go through each of these different ways of communicating so that you can communicate effectively with other road users. Let us start off with the indicators. The DVSA recommends that we should indicate if it's going to benefit any other road user. Now, at this point, it's important to mention that just because you indicate, it doesn't mean that it gives you right of way. It doesn't mean that, oh yes, I've indicated, therefore everybody knows what I'm doing. Communication is always at least two-way. So you need to know who you are communicating with or who you are trying to communicate with. So it's very important that before you indicate, that you check not only your mirrors, but you check your whole surrounding so you know who can be affected by you indicating.
At these traffic lights, we'll be turning left. The road markings indicate that our lane is for left turning only. However, a signal is still required, as during busy times the road markings will be covered by vehicles. Furthermore, we need to communicate our intention of turning left, not just to drivers, but to cyclists and pedestrians, including children.
Next, let's move on to the reverse light. The reverse light is a signal which comes on automatically as soon as the reverse gear is selected. Knowing this information, we can take advantage of it. For example, if you're going to do a parallel park, as soon as you've stopped alongside the vehicle, the first thing you want to do is put into reverse gear as soon as possible. This way, the reverse lights are on much earlier. So if a driver did come up behind you, they'll be able to see your reverse lights, know that you intend to reverse, and hopefully, and I use the word hopefully, they will keep their distance and allow you to reverse. The reverse light also has another advantage, and this is for night. If you're reversing at night, that little light at the back will help you to see where you are going and hopefully prevent you from hitting the curb. Next, let's move on to the brake lights. Similar to the reverse lights, the brake lights will come on automatically. They will come on as soon as you touch the brakes. The brakes don't have to be pressed hard, just a little touch and two red lights at the back will come on. A lot of accidents occur because drivers and riders do not see the brake lights as a signal. It's a very important signal, as I said, because if you're driving along and you see the brake lights of the vehicle in front come on, they are signaling to you that they are slowing down or they are stopping, in which case we may have to slow down and we may have to stop. To do one better than that, don't just look at the driver in front. Try to look 2-3 cars in front of those cars, because if the first car is braking, there's a good chance that you may have to brake as well. Now let's move on to the horn. The horn is a signal that is used by many riders and drivers incorrectly. They either use it in aggression or they use it to let their friends know that they're waiting for them outside. Section 112 of the Highway Code states that the horn is only to be used in order to warn another road user of your presence.
A good example of the use of the horn to show your presence is given on approach to this humpback bridge.
Flashing of headlights. Similar to the horn, this is another signal used incorrectly by drivers and riders. Some will flash their lights to say thank you. Others will flash their lights to say, hey, I'm giving you way. And some will even flash their lights to warn other motorists of a speed trap. And then you get drivers and riders who flash their lights to intimidate you from the back, asking you to go faster. The Highway Code states, only flash your headlights to let other road users know that you are there.
When driving at night, we need to be extra careful and be aware of flashing of headlights, as when our vehicle goes over a hump, it seems to other road users that we are flashing our headlights at them. Here we are approaching a humpback bridge. Rather than use our horn, it would be more advisable to flash our headlights.
Next, we have the hazard warning lights. This is another way of communicating with other road users. The hazard warning lights can be used either whilst you're stationary to warn other road users that you are temporarily causing an obstruction. It's not there as an excuse for illegal or dangerous parking. The hazard warning lights can also be used on motorways and dual carriageways on fast flowing roads to warn drivers behind you that there's obstruction ahead in the distance. So you've seen an obstruction in the distance, you're going quite fast and you put the hazard lights on to warn the drivers behind that you're going to be slowing down. It just gives them an early warning rather than just your brake lights. And finally, we have the position of the vehicle. Yes, the position of the vehicle is another way of communicating with other road users. It's another form of signal.
For example, here we are giving way to the oncoming vehicle. A signal to move off is not required because our holdback position is in fact a signal.
Well, unfortunately, that's all we've got time for today. I really do hope that you found benefit in this video. If you have, then I have a request. Firstly, please give it a thumbs up. And secondly, please do consider sharing it with at least one other person that may benefit from it. Thank you very much for your time. Take care. Bye-bye.